So reading the newspaper is a great thing that I do every day. And I caught this in my eye again. The last time I did a C, it was for constipation, a product. And this time it was a cancer warrior feature. Now, when I'm looking at this article, as a nutritionist, I'm constantly thinking cars, bikes, good brands, politicians all coming on the front page. But when medical issues start turning up on the front page as a feature, either as an ad or as a mention, I'm getting more and more worried that I'm not doing my job. What is my job? As a wellness coach, as a health coach, as a nutritionist, as a medical biochemist, my job is to find ways for people to eat healthier and live healthier. You see, the rising sea of cancer is because we have become more affluent as a society. We are spending lesser on traditional foods and more on junk food and processed foods. If you see today's day and age, a lot of the so-called manufacturers of beverages are looking at labeling their food as health foods, packaging it and trying to sell it to you under the guise of healthy food. Ladies and gentlemen, healthy food is ghar ka khana. Healthy food is dal chawal roti. We are getting more cancers today because of the insecticides and pesticides in our food chain. Try and begin to eat organic. Cancer therapy goes into lakhs of rupees. You also lose your life in the battle of cancer for many people. So, what can you do? Try and buy your staples early on in your life. Your rice, your roti, your vegetables, your fruits, your pulses, your dal. See if you can go organic. That's my first battle. Second is, fasting is known to destroy cancer cells. Did you know that one of the leading Nobel Prize laureates won the Nobel Prize for his research, a Japanese doctor, on autophagy? Autophagy means cleanup of cells. When cells mutations happen at the DNA level, where the cell becomes a gunda and says, I'm not going to die out naturally, I'm going to behave like this gunda and cause more gunda cells, more cancerous cells to be formed, then I need to step in. How do you step in? You step in by fasting. You don't feed these gunda cells, these cancer cells with sugar. So the problem is, in today's day and age, you and I are clicking too much on our e-commerce apps. Too much of sugar in the IPL, too much of food in the IPL. Why IPL? When I'm watching TV, I'm distracted. I want to eat chips, I want to eat soda, I want to eat all of these things that are adding calorie burden. Now, if you and I lived 1,000 years ago, why 1,000 years? 200 years ago, there was no TV, there was no electricity. So we went to sleep by 7 o'clock in the evening. So we were not eating extra. This eating extra is compounding the sugar fueling of these cancerous cells over a period of time. Now, initially in your younger years, you have the necessary battling cells, the soldier cells in your body to go and punch these cancer cells out. But as you grow older, 45, 55, 65, 75, these cancer cells become more dominant and your soldier cells become less empowered because your dietary eating patterns are cultural, not scientific. So I would request all people to meet a medical dietitian at some point in their life and learn the art of medical fasting. The key is here. 30 hours of fast. Water is allowed in your fasting. Okay, any tea beverages are allowed in your fasting. No sugar at all. No carbohydrates at all. If you have the affordability, put a CGM device, your sugar level should begin to drop. In this 30-hour fast, when you get up the next morning, you have now choked out all the cancer cells, because at 24 hours, they're saying, the next meal is coming, we're going to get a sugar, let's hold on, let's survive. Our cancer cells can become stronger week on week. This, if you do, will be your own municipality cleaning in your body. Other things, avoid plastic bottles for drinking water, avoid microplastics, avoid microwaving your food, no candles in your house. All of these candles with all of these aromas and flavors are creating carcinogenic elements. Put an air filter in your car, put an air filter in your home. Pollution adds to your cancer jagada that happens in your body because you're sending in wrong free radicals into your body. So there's a lot we can discuss, but ideally speaking, start small. Your body is the most expensive real estate you own. You can't change it. So invest in a great water filter, invest in a great air purifier, walk more, eat less, do the 30-hour fast, make sugar your killer enemy, and above all, bring in all the powerful, colorful fruits and vegetables, especially purple cabbage, purple jamuns, purple grapes. I know grapes have sugar in it, but a small quantity as a dessert. The purple contains resveratrol and anthocyanins, which are actually anti-cancer and anti-aging. And the reason is, food is a very powerful anti-cancer agent. Did you know foods like amla, jackfruit atta, your purple colors, your red colors, your beetroot, all have very powerful anti-cancer properties. And our traditional Ayurveda, everything from clove to elaichi to cinnamon to turmeric to pepper have very powerful anti-cancer properties. But do you know when to use it, how much to use it, and how frequently in your diet? So at Qua Nutrition, we have an oncology team, an anti-cancer diet team. We actually help people who have a higher risk of cancer because they have a family history. Or if you have recently been diagnosed with cancer, then we have the special cancer diets. So what you could do is reach out to us at the Qua Nutrition Clinics, and we will help you to eat better as a security agent where food protects your body. Or if you are undergoing chemotherapy or any form of cancer therapy, we would be happy to help you out in terms of changing your diet for more medical brilliance towards beating the big C. To know more, click the link in the description below, fill out the form, and my team of medical dietitians will get back to you and onboard you through a discovery process of how you can change the way you eat for a better cancer-free life.